I know several cases right now where it does not seem right, where these kids are not being protected. And so that's the reason why I asked that. What rights do they have? Where can they go?
Here's the 3 things I would say. Ask for your custody expert if you can afford that, whether it's the court's expert or your own independent expert. You can ask for them to be removed. That's probably the hardest. That's probably the most challenging. But also sometimes just filing that motion and putting in your allegations, if they're really well grounded, puts everyone on notice. Sometimes you gotta shake things up. And then the third option is if you have a child representative, ask for a GAL to be appointed. If you have a GAL, ask for a child rep to be appointed. There's nothing in the statute that prohibits having 2 of these attorneys in your case. And sometimes, I mean, it's very rare, but sometimes it can happen, right? If you have a GAL involved and the child really doesn't feel heard, listened to, advocated for, ask for a child rep to be appointed. They serve different roles. And so that's a sort of creative approach you can take. But again, any of the times you're filing these motions, you're putting everyone on notice. And sometimes the problem fixes itself too.
That's how I feel about subpoenas too. Sometimes subpoenas is not necessarily the information you get. It's putting them on notice. Like, look, you probably don't want to go down this road. Like, there are different tactics that way.
I agree. And the other part I wanted to bring up, sorry, I forgot this other, is if you have a guardian ad litem, you can cross-examine them. So that's another aspect of ways you can point out is through cross-examination of the guardian. So sorry, I wanted to add that.
No, I love that. I'm going to go back and re-listen to this one because it's a case that I'm dealing with right now, that they sometimes get forgotten in the court system and they don't have a whole lot of power.